So, to be clear, I do not believe in psychic ability, and my attempt at remote viewing tonight does not rely on the paranormal. So with that in mind, let's look at what I had to do to prepare for tonight. I asked Katie, the curator, to draw something simple, like a design or a simple picture. Here's what happened. Hello, Katie.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Thank you. So lovely to meet you too. Thank you so much for doing this. So you're a curator at the Science Museum.
Yeah, that's right.
You've kindly lent us yourself for this experiment. Thank you very much. So I'm going to give you this, which is a big board and some black paint and a brush, and I'm going to ask you to go and paint something on this. Now, the only limitation I'm going to give you, please, is that it's something that's going to be relatively simple, a kind of a design of some sort. I'd like you to go home and do it so that you know nobody could possibly be seeing what you're doing. So lock yourself away, draw the curtains, hide in the cupboard, whatever you like. Make sure nobody sees it. When you've done it, don't tell anybody what it is that you've painted. I want you to keep it yourself. Then you're going to wrap it up in newspaper, and then you're going to bring it to the Science Museum. And I'd also ask you maybe to change your mind a few times before you actually start painting, so that you know that nobody could possibly know what you've painted, and that that is a decision you're making just at that moment. Does that make sense? Thank you very much indeed. Well, there's your brush and paint.
In the
Very
box.
good. Have fun.
I'll do my best.
And good luck.
All right,
and
thanks.
entirely up to you what you paint. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Thank
Bye.
you. Well, your security guard will give you a hand there. Thank you so much, Katie. You can come down and join me, please.
Thanks,
Thank you. Hello. Thank you
Hello
very much.
again.
Well done. Well done. So nobody saw you draw the picture as well. I take it you locked yourself away at home, and
Absolutely. Nobody's seen it, not with my boyfriend.
obviously you're not going to tell anybody what it is either. Fantastic. Now this is going to be sealed off. Tell us about the security you have in this place.
Absolutely. Well, the bridge is going to be secured for the next week, so nobody's going to be on there. And then the museum has 24-hour security and cameras on all the time, so no one's going to be able to tamper with it in any
Fantastic.
kind of way.
And this, after all, is probably one of the most secure buildings in the country, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
And that's going to sit there for a week, during which people will be able to come here to the museum and stand here, look at it, and draw what they think it is, to read your mind. Well, here is Katie. Now, Katie's the only person who knows what's there, and she's in an isolation tank in a secret location. Now, she's currently blindfolded, and she doesn't know where she is. But let's talk to her now. Katie, can you hear me?
Yeah, hello, Derren.
Hello, nice to see you. I know you can't see us. You can take your blindfold off now. Now, you're going to have a bit of a light shining in your
Okay.
eyes, so just be aware. It might take your eyes a little while to adjust. You don't know where you are, do you?
I've got no idea where I am.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. This is basically working like an isolation tank, and you being disorientated in this way, not knowing where you are, it actually does make you a little more suggestible, and it'll make your job easier of mentally projecting the thought that you're going to have. So there's a good reason for this, so thank you for bearing with us. Excellent. Now, keeping an eye on proceedings tonight, we have a team of scientists from the museum who are here to make sure that the experiment is all conducted fairly. Hello? Hello? And this is our crowd. Now, you're going to have the same instructions as everyone at home, just to relax and draw whatever comes to mind. It's very important. I have not given you any guidance on what to draw, correct? Correct. Lovely. Thank you. All right. So, at home, let's begin remote viewing now. Katie, I'd like to talk to you for a moment. Can you hear me again, Katie?
Yeah, hi, Derren.
OK, we're going to begin the process now, Katie. So your instructions are this. We're going to focus in very closely on your eyes. And what I want you to do now, in your mind, Katie, is to begin to mentally project the image that you've drawn. If you have drawn something that is fairly abstract, it will help you if you find things that in your mind that it maybe looks like or resembles. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. OK, fantastic. So, Katie, just be doing that now. Start mentally projecting that image across the nation and to these people here. At home and here in the museum, you are now about to remote view. Everybody here as well, take a deep breath in, let it out, and relax. Now imagine an image of the British Isles on a thin sheet of paper, like a newspaper, in front of you. Now that image is whisked away, and on the next sheet of newspaper, it's an image of the south of England. That is whisked away, and on the next sheet you can see London, and on the next, the Science Museum, and on the next, this room, and on the next, a big close-up image of that package with a newspaper around it. Start drawing whatever comes to mind. Now, you as well here behind me. For a week, people have been doing this in the museum, and you are now doing it too. The crowd here are starting to draw as well. Don't think about it. You're going to be drawing whatever comes to mind. find shapes and designs throughout the commercial break. The ads will actually distract your conscious mind and allow your unconscious, that is the deeper part of you, to come up with ideas. So keep drawing on several sheets. Don't censor yourself. Don't worry about being specific. Remember, it is just a simple design, so it's likely to be shapes interacting somehow. But if it makes you think of anything in particular, write that down too underneath. So keep drawing, and we'll see you in a moment. For the first time on television, we are conducting a nationwide remote viewing experiment to see if you can sense what image or design is behind that newspaper. For a week, people have left their guesses here in the Science Museum. This evening, you at home have put yourselves to the test, trying to see through the eyes of our curator, along with a crowd here in the museum. So I've asked a museum scientist to have a look and pick out any drawings that seem to be coming up more than the others. So, Rob, will you join us for a second and tell us what you found? First of all, what's your job here? You are the...
I'm an assistant curator of technology.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you. I guess that's why you don't have to wear the orange T-shirt with the others. So what have you got there, Rob? What are the ones that are coming up more than others?
Well, we've got vehicles, particularly trains.
So train there, quite nicely drawn. OK.
Quite a few concentric circles.
Yes, I was going to say spirals. Concentric circles.
Yeah.
Yes, OK.
Quite a few that look a little bit like Stonehenge.
You're getting quite a lot of these?
Yes.
OK.
And then, out of all the animals, mostly horses.
So you're getting quite I'd expect a few animals, but horses?
Mostly horses.
OK, I'd imagine dogs and cats would be. You're getting a lot of dogs and cats as well?
No, mostly horses.
Mostly horses. Now, now these are fairly unusual in terms of what I imagine most people would draw. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you so much. Please do carry on. So perhaps one of these feels right to you at home. So try repeating the exercise and letting your hand draw again and see if it comes up with one of these four things. Now it's time to look at the results. Here we go. I've got the two adjudicators here with me. Now, you were looking after the table with all the pictures from the last week in the glass box. You were looking after the ones from the people here tonight. So, I'll start with you because you've already shown us a few of the ones that were coming up overall.
Yeah, we had over 1,000 drawings.
Yes.
And most popular was at 35%. We had about 35% concentric circles. And then after that, about 10% of Stonehenge drawing.
35% is actually a huge amount to draw.
Massive.
Bear in mind, people could draw anything.
Yes.
Well, that's OK. That's remarkable. So that's people for the last week. How did it go in this lot from people here tonight?
We actually had similar things. We had 91 entries tonight.
Yes.
And 30% of them were concentric circles again.
So concentric circles is by far the most popular.
Yeah.
With an amazing 30%, give or take. You were a little bit more, 35%. Excellent. Well, thank you both. It is extraordinary. Volunteers in the group, if you want to do this, would you just put your hand up? OK, hands down. I think you'll be perfect for this. Let me bring you forward. Priscilla has no idea who I've selected. I'm hoping that in the next few minutes, she's going to be able to gradually imagine the face of the person I've picked who's standing behind her. So, Priscilla, in a moment, this person behind you, who still has a sack over his or her head,